Good morning. I hope this morning finds you all well. I'd like to begin by sharing a little update on our music videos. It looks like this week, Debbie and Wayne are both going to be able to provide videos for your enjoyment, and we're even trying to work out the logistics that Maureen and Sherry can offer a music video as well. So we will keep you informed. Maybe we'll send out an email when those are up, but I think that's going to happen this week. How are we doing? You know, I find that while I don't have a lot to do, I find that I'm a bit fatigued, maybe weary. And I think those are common side effects when we go through periods of time like we're all going through right now. But I'd like to offer a suggestion or an idea. Maybe some of you have experienced this, but I think there's probably not one amongst us who, at some point in life, had there been a policeman standing there, perhaps we would have wound up in jail. Maybe we were at a party where somebody brought in a big old bag of weed or had some mushrooms, the magic kind, on a little plate. Maybe at some point in time we made the foolish decision to steal something or take something that wasn't ours or use something that we knew at the time we shouldn't have used. And had there been a policeman there, we could have found ourselves incarcerated. Most of us feel, I imagine, pretty stuck, like under house arrest. But think about the people who are incarcerated. We feel stuck, but they can't pick up the cell phone and call their friends and family. They can't turn on the TV or watch videos. They don't have Facebook and FaceTime and YouTube. They don't have any of that. They're pretty well stuck in a 9x9 cage. You know, I think that most of us can feel gratitude if we stop and just consider what we have. We do have food. Nobody's going to get evicted. PG&E is not going to shut our power off. There's food available. If we can't seem to get out, there are people right here in our own congregation that'll bring us groceries, bring us prescriptions, anything else we might need. All we have to do is put it out there. While I'm talking about that, if anybody needs some necessary paper, I happen to have a 16-roll package of Charmin that's kind of extra for me right now. Let me know if you could use that. But we still have this angst, this uneasiness, and I think it's just fear of the unknown. We don't know how any of this is going to wash out. We really don't. I was watching an interview the other day, and it was a female journalist interviewing a young refugee woman. She had come from Somalia. She had 2 small children, and for the last 2 years, she's been in the largest refugee camp in Kenya. And the lady was interviewing her, and the young lady said, "I'm so thankful to be here. these last 2 years have been the best 2 years of my life. And the journalist said, well, how can that be? The overcrowding here is unbelievable, and the sanitary conditions are deplorable. And the food, there's so little food, and it's not good food. And the young woman said, that's all true. But she said, these last 2 years have been the best 2 years of my life because I have found peace. And they said, peace? She said, yes. This is the first time in my life that people all around me haven't been raped and murdered. And here there is peace. And come to find out, her 2 children were both the result of 2 of her numerous rapes. Virtually her whole family had been murdered, most of them in her presence. And here she is in this huge, overcrowded camp, very little food, deplorable conditions, and they're the best 2 years of her life because she had peace. I'm reminded of a quote that says, peace comes when we finally are able to confront life as it is, rather than as we would want it to be. We are in very unfamiliar times. We've had normal removed from our lives. But we have, if we choose to realize it, we have peace. Nobody's coming into our communities and raping all the women and murdering people. Yeah, we're under house arrest. We have a certain degree of immobilization. We have to wear those cumbersome masks. There's some people getting sick. Most of us won't, but some of us will be sick. And of those, some that get this dreaded virus, there's going to be a few that don't make it. That in itself is frightening. However, I think it's the fear of the unknown that what fatigues us or upsets us. There's so much death that comes with this life experience. All the automobile accidents, all the diseases. And we've come to terms with that in our day-to-day lives. But what makes this virus a little different is we don't know. There's no cure for it. We don't know what it's going to do to our future. So many of us are experiencing financial uncertainty. Some folks are really, really broke, really struggling. It's up to those of us that can help. It's up to us to help. Some people are frightened. Some people are bewildered. It's up to us to help them find that peace. You know, I've said for the last several weeks that we have the opportunity, wonderful opportunity, to recreate or to create our new normal. Humanity has an opportunity to do that. But right now, that seems like a pretty daunting task. I've suggested in the past that we affiliate with groups and movements and other people who are working diligently to improve the condition of life on this planet for everyone. That thing I call the we consciousness. Maybe right now, if we have that feeling of fatigue or that unknowingness, maybe we can just start by finding the peace that we have and realizing in that peace we have the freedom to think. We have the time right now to consider ways that we might adjust our own lives. If you stop and think about what we're thinking and what we're doing, maybe we could ask the question, are my thoughts and actions benefiting me, or are they benefiting all of humanity? Are they for my good, or are they for the good of the whole? Something else we might consider is, are we doing our best to fulfill our purpose? As we look at all the challenges and problems that are making themselves very aware these days in all of our systems of living. And what I'm doing today and tomorrow and Tuesday, are those adding to the problems, or are they doing the best we can to help with the solutions to the problems? Are we meeting the challenges with a consciousness of we, or are we backing away from those challenges? Are we living in fear and doubt? Or are we reaching inside and finding that peace, that consciousness we call God or Spirit, that all-powerful energy and force that's called love? It's within each of us. And that's what I hope all of us can share. That's what I hope all of us can manifest in what we think and what we do in these next days and weeks and months. Find a way to experience gratitude for all that we have, all that is available to us, the peace within our communities, the peace within our personal lives, and rejoice in that gratitude, and allow that gratitude to inspire each of us to share our love, our compassion, to share the abundance that is within us, because that's the abundance that has the true value, my friends. I'm excited about the future, very excited. I have the greatest of hopes, but quite honestly, sometimes I feel a little worn. I feel drawn down. So I hope that we can all embrace each other and inspire and help each other get out of the doldrums, transcend the fatigue and the weariness, and go forward in a way that all of us know will create a better, more loving, more caring society for our future. May each of us feel and experience and have gratitude for the peace that we are so fortunate to have within us. And so it is.